Today's financial advice is sponsored by Endeavor Private Wealth. Well, Chris McGee, managing partner at Endeavor Private Wealth, is joining us for a segment on investing. Chris, good morning. Thanks for joining us again.
Glad to.
So we've spent many segments discussing the Federal Reserve's mandate to fight inflation, promoting stable prices and moderate long-term interest rates. The Fed also has responsibility for facilitating maximum employment. Would you share your insights with our viewers on this later Fed mandate, what it means and how the Fed is doing in achieving that objective?
Dan, I'll be happy to try. First, we should understand that maximum employment or full employment is a level that is typically seen under normal economic conditions rather than during economic booms, which may be inflationary, or recessions, which may be disinflationary. But maximum employment does not mean that it's a zero unemployment. It's meant to reflect a natural level of unemployment that prevails during normal economic conditions. According to the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, that rate is estimated to be 4.5%.
And I understand that the current unemployment rate is a full percentage point below that at 3.5% according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. What does that say about the economy?
It suggests that we're experiencing a tight labor market with job growth that is riding a 31-month streak of increases. The latest reading in July reported 187,000 jobs gained. Now, this is down significantly from an average of 244,000 over the previous 3 months. And then last year's average monthly growth rate was 400,000 jobs. This may be a sign, though, that the Federal Reserve's efforts to slow down the economy and to bring down inflation by raising interest rates is really taking hold, which historically has led to a softening in the labor markets.
And Chris, beside Fed policy, what other factors are influencing employment dynamics?
Well, since the pandemic, I think people's attitudes seem to be changing.
Changing in what way?
Well, let's consider the labor force participation. The labor force participation rate measures the population that is either employed or actively seeking employment. The rate reached a high of 67% during the 1990s as the economy was experiencing an influx of younger individuals and an increased number of women entering the workforce. Today, that rate is 62.6%, where it has been for the last 5 months. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, reasons for lower labor force participation may include increased dependent care needs, maybe the fear of getting COVID, higher unemployment benefits, or a desire for higher wages and reduced interest for those lower paying jobs, even an aging population with more people retiring and slower population growth.
It also seems that the way people are working has changed in many cases. What are the consequences of all that?
Yeah, the pandemic caused more people to work from home, and many are still doing so, despite employers' efforts to bring them back to the workplace. And some people are seeking a better work-life balance, which includes working fewer hours. Americans have always had a strong work ethic, with the average American logging in significantly more hours than their counterparts of other advanced countries. But the trend seems that the U.S. workers are choosing to reduce the amount of time that they are willing to work.
It's pretty complicated, isn't it?
It's very complicated because it involves macroeconomic factors that we've discussed, along with federal, state, and local policies that affect employment, and microeconomic factors related to individuals' working choices and needs, education and training or retraining, and life events which may be planned or unplanned.
Wow. Well, Chris, thank you for sharing your perspective and for your good work. Little pun intended right there. We always appreciate your time. And of course, to learn more about Endeavor Private Wealth, visit EndeavorPW.com.